22 movies this year. Go off.
22 movies this year.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've seen 22
Yeah,
movies this
you
year.
logged 22 movies this year.
Wow.
New
Maybe
movies
I was
this year.
lying.
Allie, pop off.
It's
I
my
I think
girl.
I've
girl.
logged.
Do you want me to pull it up and tell you?
I've logged
Yeah.
like 78.
I think I'm on 66.
This year?
I'm on 73 this year.
We've been popping off.
Yeah.
Tell me how many I've had.
Yeah, let me pull you up.
Okay.
True.
Seth has seen 84 films this year.
Yeah, 84 films makes sense.
No
that's a good-
life. Just kidding. I wish that I could have watched 84 films this year.
It's the most insane shit anyone's ever said to
Jeez.
me.
No, I'm just. It's
Is that
just a
the
joke.
earliest cuss word of a It's Movie Time pod?
Probably.
First 30 seconds.
First 30 seconds.
New
We're in
record.
this bitch. Welcome, everybody. It's episode 6 of the It's Movie Time podcast. This week is super exciting. We have a guest who, if you know me, I always let Jackson and Landon introduce guests that like they bring on. I'll introduce guests I bring on, but I think we're all kind of bringing Allie on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
everyone.
So I'll introduce Allie.
Okay, go off, King.
This is the one and only Allie.
Where do I look? Do I look here?
You
Camera.
can look here or you can look at us. Most of the time we just look at each other. It's kind of the vibe.
Unless when
Fair.
Seth does the office thing and goes,
I go, Allie, welcome.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself a little bit. How did you get here? Why are you here? Why are
Oh.
you spending your Sunday night talking about movies with us?
That is a really good question. I'm Jackson's girlfriend. So I
Go me,
have
right?
to be
Go off,
here.
King.
for those of you who watch the videos, our shorts, or on YouTube, you'll understand why I just fist pumped. Anyway, keep going.
Beautiful woman. We're all very proud of him.
Thank you. Oh, I mean, yeah, you bow actually.
Yeah, congratulations, me.
Um,
I am him.
yeah. So I have an obligation to be here, and I have an obligation to watch movies
It-
because you guys love it so much. Just kidding.
I
but
mean,
I
we-
do watch more movies now that I'm friends with all of you.
it's good. I will say this, and I was thinking about this, of all of our, not that it's a competition, of all of our female friends, Allie by far has the best movie taste. And honestly, the
you.
best movie taste out of most of our friends.
Honestly, that's a factual statement. I
Yeah.
did say on like week 2 of the podcast that she has great movie taste, but a lot of them are sad movies,
They
and
are.
she
Go
makes
off,
me
queen.
watch
Me
them,
too.
They
and
are.
they're sad.
If I were to rank our movie taste, I would go me 1, then Landon,
That's
then
it's
Jack.
absolutely insane.
What do you
You
mean?
gave Seth.
What's up?
Do you want me to pull up your Letterboxd rankings? We can have a full episode where we break down your horrible rankings of movies on Letterboxd.
Doesn't seem like a good time to me. So, and then I'd probably honestly in our friend group I'd put Allie after that. So
Yeah.
go off, Queen.
Yeah. Thank
You ain't wrong, especially when it comes to movies. So
Thank you.
this week we're talking about Black Bag, which Jackson unfortunately will not be here to review with us.
Hey, maybe me and Allie just have a little movie
Movie
date
date.
while we're in Miami Beach.
You could do that. Send us a video
They
of
have
you
an
guys.
IMAX there or
Reviews?
not?
Oh, do they have I don't think Black Bag's
Oh,
in
it's on
IMAX.
They got to have a theater somewhere.
Do
Oh
they
yeah,
now?
dude. Miami's
Shout out
got
to Movie Pass. I'm gonna see a movie anywhere I want.
Miami's got great theaters. So today we're going to talk thrillers. We're going to do the same thing we did last week where we do a blind rank, but instead of everyone giving each other ranks, I came up with 5 movies and we're basically all just going to rank them. I'm going to give them to you and we'll go down the line of where you want to put it in your list and we'll discuss. We'll see who we think has the best list and why. And then, so we've got that. I've got beef with TikTok.
TikTok can
It
get
What's wrong
shut
with
down
TikTok?
for all I care right now.
Yes, TikTok banned our video last
TikTok
video.
took one of our videos down for
Because-
alcohol and drug consumption when I was simply talking about myself being fat. Now, trust me, okay? We were not consuming, but then I did appeal it, and what do you know? They brought it back, but what do you know? It only got 7 views after that because the algorithm wasn't going to push it out. So that's lovely, TikTok. That's the beef I want to talk about, you sons of bitches. And then, okay, Allie, we want to start this way. We're big into like Letterboxd top 4s.
Mhm.
Okay, this is a judgment-free zone.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
No, it is.
And
I've never judged anything that Seth has said on this podcast ever.
yeah, never, dude.
Wow.
Never. But we want to go through and we want to talk about your letterbox top 4. While Landon over here, Lion Kings.
This dude needs to stop
Bear
biting
jail.
and digging. Holy crap, bro.
Obi's going off today.
He's had 3 walks today.
3 walks. He should be tired, but he's wired. Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Okay, Allie, let's go
Yes.
through your letterbox top 1. Give us number 1.
Okay, number 1 is Hunt for the Wilder People.
Banger movie.
Do I need an explanation as to why?
Yeah, a little explanation.
It's not nostalgic. I don't know what the word is, but me and my high school friend group used to watch it like literally every weekend. So I guess nostalgic, but
It's because she thinks Ricky Baker's hot. He
Yeah.
is.
Hey, go off, Ricky Baker.
That's
Yes,
Ricky
God.
Baker.
His
Ricky
character
Baker.
name?
yeah, good movie.
Julian Dennison is his name.
Julian Dennison is hot.
Yeah.
Could get it. Deadpool 2, banger.
Y2K.
Y2K.
Y2K is great. I haven't seen it, but
You've never seen Y2? Oh, we gotta watch. You gotta watch that movie this week. I was gonna say we, but I won't be here. Watch that movie this week because it's funny.
no, yeah, I will. I promise.
It's
Okay,
got,
that's a great pick.
Snow White
Yeah.
in there.
Taika Waititi is great. Fantastic director.
He
What?
was my favorite director for a while, so I was on a kick
Go off.
at the time.
Who's your favorite director now? And why is it Martin Scorsese? What? It's
I think it's Christopher Nolan.
Chris Nolan.
He makes banger films.
He does.
Yeah.
He
Like,
does.
I think every single one of his films are good. Taika, it's like
He kinda-
most of them are good.
He's kind of jumped off a cliff recently.
Yeah.
Well, not really. Next Goal Wins is good.
Next
but
Goal Wins was really
Thor:
good.
Love and Thunder is really the only one that like jumped off the cliff, and that movie was bad.
It
But
was
like,
so bad.
he's good.
I was like shocked how bad that movie was. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
It was good the first time I watched it. Then I watched it again. I was like, oh, this is kind of insufferable. But
Yeah.
okay, cool. That's a good number 1. What's number
Yeah.
2?
Number 2 is Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Why are we always meeting on Christmas? Yeah, Jackson hates
Yeah.
that movie because he
I-
hates DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I don't hate that movie. I actually recently watched that movie, gave it 4 stars. So I don't know if 4 stars means that I hate a movie.
Oh yeah,
for
let's give
Seth.
you a reward for giving a movie that's fantastic 4 stars.
4 stars is a good rating for a movie.
I think
It
I
has
think
an-
that I gave that movie 4 stars.
you gave it 3 stars, you dumbass.
No. Can you believe that he just talked to me like that?
Dang, dude, we kick him off.
All right, guys, logging off for the day.
Ins-
If you find me dead, he did it.
I would never kill Jackson because, well, I guess maybe if he was like, "Hey, in my will, I gave you the OLED," he's dying.
The 77-inch and the sound bar and subwoofer.
That's all it takes to kill a friend is if they're willing to give you their 77-inch OLED TV.
Well, and if I was gone, you could move into the house with Landon.
Be
No,
kind
I
of
would sell it. I
Fair.
don't want this house payment.
Fair.
sell it and let's move to Hawaii.
I'll sell my other house too.
Let's just sell everything.
Yeah, first off, we're going to pause. We're going to rewind a little bit to the fact that Seth is trying to give me crap for rating a movie 4 stars when he gave it 3.
No, I don't recall that.
Do you want me? I've got it right here. You want me to show you? I'll flip the computer around.
No, because I definitely do remember giving it that.
Better hurry.
Obi's got to go to the
He's
bathroom.
ringing
We're
the
gonna
bell.
We're gonna
take a
pause
quick
real quick. Okay, and we're back. So after that brief intermission, we're just gonna forget about the last thing that was said. So Allie, what's your number 3?
Number 3 on my list is Don't Worry, Darling. I love that movie.
Okay.
Only
What's
because
number 4?
why don't you like that one?
Because it sucks ass.
It's such a good movie. The plot is so good.
That movie was ruined by its own director. Okay, here's the thing. Olivia Wilde sucks. Okay, and what?
I just can't with you right now because let me just tell you what you rated
Oh, wait, Jax, your mic is
Oh, I was on mute. Let me just tell you what you rated that movie, Seth.
okay.
4 stars.
Yeah, great movie.
There's a lot of contradictory things being thrown out right
Okay,
think-
why do you think it's bad?
Honestly, I actually do think I like that movie.
It's a
Maybe I'm just
great
being.
one.
No, let's reboot, rewind. So, Allie, tell us what your 3rd favorite movie is.
You
You
can't
just
do that.
restart.
You can't do that. This is getting left in the pod. It has to. People need to know.
Yeah, for sure. So, Don't Worry, Darling. I personally always love the film.
Look, I haven't seen it yet, and I probably won't watch it
Why?
Tell us why.
because Harry's my boy, and I don't want to watch it and have any bad thoughts on his performance. So I don't want his acting to like ruin
Right.
his music for me.
Well,
I
here's
actually
the
think
thing.
he's good in that movie.
Yeah, everyone crapped on it hard when it came out about his acting. I did not think it was bad at all.
He's better in that than he is in Dunkirk.
That is
For
very
sure.
true.
I mean, Dunkirk, he's got like 5 lines.
That's true.
Yeah.
But even his face acting is better in Don't Worry, Darling.
I thought he was really good. in
His
Don't Worry,
face
Darling.
acting's always got to be a 10 out of 10. Look at
No,
his face.
in
He's a great
Dunkirk,
face.
Look at his
He's
face.
hot though, so
Great
like
face.
in Dunkirk, I just saw One
Dunkirk, you just
Direction.
don't really even know it's him unless you know Harry Styles hardcore. So that's a good movie. Moving forward, what's your number 4?
Okay. Number 4 is Saltburn. Loved Saltburn.
Okay, that is actually a movie that I do not like.
See, I get confused with her pick on this one. She
It's
she had a Saltburn themed birthday party
my
this year.
21st birthday party was
How,
Saltburn.
how the
themed.
hell does that go, Allie? What do
Oh,
you
it
guys
was
do?
so
They just had
good.
bathtubs all over the place. I actually
guys-
haven't seen that movie either.
You guys just licking
It's
up
like-
bathtub?
No,
Just
no.
whipped cream
I
on
just,
the
like,
bottom of the
Oh.
tub.
I decorated this like old warehouse like a ton with streamers, confetti, like everything. Then we had like fake little cigarettes that were just pretzels and an ashtray that was just sprinkles.
I feel like, can't we just call that like a
And people
Great
were like-
Gatsby party?
No, it was Saltburn because we looked like 2000s like Y2K Ratchet. Like everybody had to dress up because it's themed.
Like the sister, you know?
Y2K Ratchet is one of
Yeah.
the craziest things I've ever heard anybody say. No, okay, so Saltburn. First of all, that movie has so much style. That's something I'll give it. Movie has a ton of style.
Yeah.
The contents within that movie are horrid.
But that's why I like it. I like art that like really is so makes you go, ugh. I
But
hate that. But
what
like,
did you
why
give
do
The
I hate that?
Lighthouse?
I think I gave it a half star.
Oh, but you love art that goes, oh.
But-
Nope,
it's-
that's different.
It's very to her defense, it's a different style. You know what I'm saying? Like
It is. I'm just being contradictory.
The
of
Lighthouse
course.
is a bad movie. Like simply,
it's beautiful.
bad.
Hold on.
The storyline is bad.
You-
There's no storyline.
You can say the storyline, you can say you don't like the storyline. That's fine. I don't either. But the movie's good.
The movie is bad.
The filmmaking is bad?
I hated every part of it. The
Really?
lighting, cool. Like really cool. It was so strange, and
She's
I
also just
watched
a
it
Rob-
too late at night. I don't like Robert Pattinson. I think he's just
How?
Edward. I can't
because she
unsee
only
Edward.
thinks of Edward, but he's literally one of the best actors acting right now. He's
Oh.
at the top of his game.
And you
Disagree
don't like
strongly.
Edward?
I don't not like Edward.
Because he
I
doesn't let
really
his
like-
ladies come or what?
Oh heavens!
I think that's an honest question. I know a lot of people
you
have
know?
issues.
I don't really have thoughts on that, but you know,
Respect. We'll move
Oh.
on.
The Lighthouse is not my fave though.
Okay, so
Period.
Saltburn, we have at number 1, Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah.
Number
Good.
2, Catch Me If You Can.
hmm
3, we have Don't Worry Darling, Seth's favorite film of that year. And number 4, Saltburn. I mean, he f***ed a grave in that movie, dude. That's all I've got to
But
say.
that's what. But like, it's
That's not
disgusting.
even. Is that the worst part?
No, when he licks the cum in the
from
bathtub,
the toilet or the bathtub.
I
not the toilet,
genuinely
that would
was
be
like,
worse.
hey, dude.
No, I think the grave scene is worse.
the grave scene's worse to watch because he literally puts his in a grave, but
It was fully like unscripted too. He just like did that.
Yeah, that's the thing that's
Go off,
crazy
King.
is they literally were like, just give him some space and let him do his thing.
when he
and
does it,
ended
it's
up
art.
doing
When I
that.
do it, I go to jail for 2 days, okay?
2 days, you'd be in
2
jail for a
days.
lot longer than that.
I just was trying to have one last go around, you know? So moving forward, that's a good top 4, honestly. Like it's
Thank you.
unique. It's unique to you. I think of our 3, it's definitely, I'd put it 4th of the 4 here when it comes to top 4.
Mine's 1, right?
No.
No, we actually learned on Letterboxd that mine is number 1. Thank you very much. We did a vote.
With who? Where was I?
The TikTok users.
Oh, they did vote for yours. But that's just because, look, no offense to the TikTok users, I get it. Seth's top 4 are probably the most filmy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just love film and the art of film, and
And
like
good
and you
storytelling.
pay really close attention to like how it's directed and
And
like,
Landon's is second best.
I
Actually, I'll
disagree with
put
that
yours
strong.
third.
I think tonight might be my last night on the podcast. Actually, it's Seth's last night on the podcast because we filmed this in my house.
Landon. Jackson's going to kick me off the podcast that I produce. But here's what I will say. One thing I want to say to the Robert Pattinson point. Mickey 17, guys, like, people have really mixed opinions on it. When it comes to Bong Joon-ho, it sounds like it's kind of in the lower half of people's opinions for his movies. But Robert Pattinson, I've seen the movie a couple times now. He is so good. Like, so good.
Well, yeah, and because you gave it 5, you gave it 4, I gave it 3.5. So we all have mixed opinions on it, but the one thing that we all agree on is that he's fantastic. I think he gives an Oscar-worthy performance.
I agree.
What do you think, Land?
Yeah. That's what I feel like I said that after, did I not?
I don't remember,
I don't know.
honestly.
I said him and what's his name? Mark Ruffalo were like the
Mark
two best
Ruffalo's
parts
great.
of that movie.
The movie is good. I genuinely just think the movie's final 30 minutes, I can see, like, for me it doesn't, but I can definitely see why it falls flat for people.
That was my biggest issue. Other than that, though, loved it. I also saw a take, and I wanted to see what you guys thought to see if everybody agreed. Somebody said on Twitter, they said that the Avengers had the reverse effect on Mark Ruffalo's career than it did on Robert Downey Jr.'s career. Because after like the Avengers and Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.'s career kind of just like skyrocketed. He was the perfect fit for Iron Man, you know. But and I kind of agree, like Mark Ruffalo's a lot better actor than we see him in the Avengers movies, but everybody just knows him for that.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
don't know.
because
I feel like he's been in a lot of things lately.
he has been in a lot. I think the thing with him, though, is none of his movies, because, like, really, if you think about it, Robert Downey Jr., like, his career has skyrocketed, but, like, he really, it's Oppenheimer. And then there's not too much other stuff that he's been in that people are like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. Whereas Mark Ruffalo, like, he's a lot more into like the indie films like Dark Waters or Spotlight or these other ones where I think they're a little less seen, probably, which is why people feel that way. But Robert Downey Jr. is just in Oppenheimer, and that's one of the top watched movies on Letterboxd,
And he
killed it.
So is Mark Ruffalo a better actor than Robert Downey Jr.?
I think that I don't.
Because I think they have a very similar range. Like I think that Mark Ruffalo could have done maybe not to a T what Robert Downey Jr. did in Oppenheimer, but I think he could have played that role really, really well.
Yeah, I agree. I think Robert Downey Jr. Here's the thing: Robert Downey Jr. in the '90s was so good. Chaplin, all these other movies, he was so good. Mark Ruffalo's always just been consistently good, and like him in Spotlight, I don't think any of you guys have seen Spotlight. Probably, it's about them uncovering the sexual assault in the Catholic Church and like the newspaper that like uncovers it. And he has a climactic scene in that movie where his performance is like, wow, could move anyone. It's honestly, I would compare it to Robert Downey Jr.'s performance in Oppenheimer just with the way they're able to like move an audience on screen. But I do think they're different. Like I think they have very different acting styles. So I don't know. I think it's just opinion based on that one. Like I don't think you can definitively be like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is better than Mark Ruffalo. Oh, Mark Ruffalo is better than Robert Downey Jr.
If you had to pick one, though, who are you picking?
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
How about this? Could Mark Ruffalo do what he did in Oppenheimer, but could Robert Downey Jr. do what Mark Ruffalo did in 13 Going on 30?
It's a great, honestly, Mark Ruffalo for the win. That's my bad. I'd like to apologize to the audience.
That's a good take.
Yeah, and I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, so moving on. Mickey 17, this is the second thing I wanted to bring. So it debuted to $53 million globally. on a $118 million budget that they gave Bong Joon-ho. So not a very good opening, realistically, for how big the budget is, but I am hoping that the movie makes its money back. I think Bong Joon-ho, after this, will go back to like more of his roots with like a lower budget and just doing his own thing. I also think this will probably be the last American movie he makes. You know, he made Snowpiercer, Okja, and then this is his third American made film. And he's just a great filmmaker. Even when the movie, like, even when the movie, the reason I think I give it 5 stars is even when the movie kind of goes, the movie basically goes like this, woo, and then it slowly comes down. I don't think it crashes, but it slowly comes down. But the filmmaking is still awesome. When they're outside with the animals and everything, it's awesome. And I just hope it makes its money back. A couple, we're going to get into blind ranks soon, but a couple of the things I wanted to bring up. Did you guys see the Thunderbolts A24 trailer?
Yes. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, we'll have to watch it.
So Thunderbolts is coming out in a few months, and they just released a trailer that basically like it's like a credit trailer where it's like from the directors of I always forget the directors, but it's like from the cinematographer of The Green Knight, from the composers of Everything Everywhere All at Once, from all of these different A24 movies. They are really leaning into the like this is a indie budget film for Marvel, and I'm stoked. It looks like the best Marvel movie in years.
I honestly hope that it is, because one thing that I'm getting really sick of is Marvel thinking that they need $300 million to make a movie when you don't. And it's also like that new Netflix movie that the Russo brothers did.
That was next on my list.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you see how much they spent on it?
320 million, the biggest budget of all time.
Yeah, and it's got what, like an average of 1 star?
13% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Dude, of all time.
Yeah, highest budget movie of all time.
And
320 mil for them to just go tank it.
and
Insane.
yeah, it is insane. I like the trailer, so I'm excited to see the movie, but yeah, apparently it sucks. And honestly, the Russo brothers, hear me out. Besides Community, they are not that good outside of Marvel.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and here's the thing with when you look at their Marvel movies, the more that I think about it, I think, were the Russo brothers that good at making that movie, or was everything just set up perfectly for them that they kind of just had to put the final puzzle piece together and it kind of just fell into place? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have all of these stars for that movie. The story's already set. It's not like you're creating your own story. You already know what's happening.
yeah, I think, it's a good question. I think making a movie of that scale though, and you have to think like The Winter Soldier, that's a well-directed movie, man.
Yeah.
That's a really well put together movie. Now, are the pieces there? Yeah, sure. But we saw during those initial phases of Marvel where pieces should be there and the movies just fall flat. And putting a movie of the scale of Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Infinity War and Endgame, like you have to have so much skill to block those movies out and do them the way you do. But I do think like The Gray Man, I know they made and it kind of flopped. I thought it was a fine movie, but we'll kind of have to see how this one goes. But I think that's a good question. I mean, I don't know if they're good filmmakers on their own
They need help.
outside of the Marvel system.
Yeah.
You know?
Because Marvel just gave the keys of the kingdom back to the Russo brothers, didn't they?
Yes. Well, it's the same thing with some actors where I'm like, Chris Evans, not that good outside of Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, not that good.
Unfortunate. Who's the best Chris?
In the Marvels?
No, just
Ever?
actor-wise.
Best Chris.
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, Chris Pine, Chris Evans.
Kristen Stewart in
No,
Twilight.
does not count.
I'm on board.
Yes. If you're her homie and you've hung out with her, she lets you call her Chris.
Yeah, that's
Kris
facts.
Jenner.
I
No.
thought Chris Evans was good after Marvel when I saw Knives Out. And then I saw like Red One and all these other movies that I was like, oh no, he sucks.
Well, I'll tell you this much. You tell me Chris Evans and Ana de Armas are in a movie together. You tell me that it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'm like, no way. Then I saw Ghosted.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
this movie sucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe he just needs to fire his agent. Maybe it's as simple as that because he's just in bad projects. But of Chris's, I'd probably say Chris Hemsworth is probably my favorite.
What
Just
about
all
Chris
around.
Rock?
Chris Rock's great. But I
What
don't
about
think
what
he-
about Christopher Walken?
Oh, so that counts. But
Chris Walken.
No one
Christopher.
calls him Chris Walken. Chris Walken?
What about Chris Brown? He's in a movie, isn't he?
I wish he was in jail.
I
Yeah,
you
Chris
know
Brown is at the bottom
wasn't
of
he
the
in that
list.
movie Punch Out?
What about Chris Tucker? Okay.
He went method for that one. I'll tell you what.
Well, he didn't, yeah, like never.
He's
got
like, I'm
found.
just
Such a crazy thing for you to say. I'm over here like probably.
Punch Out.
Okay, what
Which
about
we do
what,
not support.
what about Chris Lee?
No, I'm sick of this Chris thing. Chris Hemsworth's my pick. What's yours?
Chris Hemsworth.
I would probably go Chris Hemsworth.
I don't want to say.
She's a Chris Pratt guy.
I love Chris Pratt.
She loves Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's great.
Except
A
he's in
lot of
that new
people really
Netflix
hate
movie
it.
that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chris Pratt. It's the same thing. I just think he needs a different agent because he's in all these weird movies
Yeah.
that don't work. Like even that movie Passengers worked until it didn't. That twist is one of the worst twists in movie history.
Yeah, that movie especially is like a little bit upsetting, but I think he did pretty good for the most part, and he was great in Guardians. Like my
Oh, he's a
cute
great
mom,
actor.
My cute mom loves him because of that movie, and she hates every movie.
No.
So-
I think that's totally fair. I mean,
Hey, Skinner.
like he's again, I think maybe it's they just try and do these big blockbusters where it's like you can be good, but like you're not going to make Jurassic World a good movie.
Yeah.
And you're going to hang in the balance because you're in that movie.
His best two is just Parks and Rec and Guardians.
Parks and Rec and Guardians 3 for sure. But no, I like that TV show he was in on Amazon Prime. I like that show.
Like the Terminal List.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one was fun.
Yeah, he's good in that
The
show.
Terminal List was good. He also did the War one with the aliens.
The Tomorrow War,
Yeah,
which
that
was
one
like,
fine.
eh.
It was fine, but
It was
he
like
was
a
pretty
prime
good in that.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like that conversation. Okay, a few things, and then I promise we're going to get into the blind ranking. These podcasts are going a bit longer than we had ever planned, but I think it's because we got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Okay, Bill Maher. This is for you, Bill Maher. Gosh, never thought I would ever bring you up. He literally is talking and he goes, the only reason Nora won all those Oscars, it's just proving that cancel culture is alive and well. Because he thinks Amelia Perez lost all the awards because of Carla Sofia Gascon.
Okay.
Hate to
look,
break it to you, Bill. That movie sucks.
Everything I've seen about it, I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen parts of it. Look, that's my whole thing about this movie. It's not that. It's just the actual like songs and stuff sucked, and the fact that the people went up and accepted the award and started singing made me hate it
Oh
even
my
more.
gosh. Jackson saw it and immediately texted me. I was at an Oscars party. All of us are like crying, laughing because this woman is drunkenly singing
Oh, so cringy.
horribly.
We
And
need to
the
add-
Holy
fact
cow.
the fact that they turned the music to hurry Adrian Brody off the stage and didn't for that.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, Oscars?
we needed that ejecto-cito, cuz.
To be
Literally.
fair, Adrian Brody needed the ejecto-cito because
Yeah.
about 3
Yeah, but I
minutes
would
after.
rather listen to Adrian Brody talk for 30
Or the
minutes
Dune
than listen to
VFX
her.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Dune VFX.
Yeah,
they
they
didn't even let the
screwed
third
them over.
VFX guy talk, and I was really interested in hearing what he had
Or
to
they
say.
played Nosferatu off, dude.
Yeah, bro, choke.
Yeah, that one guy. He looked like he was about to die, dude.
He
And I
looked
hope
like
he's doing
he
well.
was Nosferatu.
I hope he's doing well, and I hope he's healthy. But Bill Maher, you can suck a big fat.
Yeah, honestly,
cock.
Bill, choke. That's all we have to say about that because Anora's a fantastic movie.
Fantastic movie. If you watch it with your friends, please don't talk during the final 2 scenes. That's all I ask of you. I also don't want to have to hear every 5 minutes, why is she in the car? Why is she having sex with that man? Like, just watch the movie. That's no shot at anybody. I don't make jokes about people on this show. Okay. You guys ready for the blind rankings?
Yeah.
So ready.
Okay, so I took 5 movies that I checked on Allie's Letterboxd first because these guys have seen a crap ton. Also, I just hit 2,200 movies watched all time.
Go off, King.
Woo.
I'm at 2,205.
Do they give like a prize on Letterboxd?
No, I've
They
seen
should.
some people who are like in the 5,000-6,000s. I'm like, okay,
Whoa.
dude, chill out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We'll be there someday.
Yeah, in
Okay.
5 years.
Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, blind rankings. We are going to, for the first one, we're going to let Landon, then Jackson, then Allie pick, and we're just going to kind of snake
Snake it?
Wait, how many? Is it just 5?
5. Okay, number one,
Amelia.
American Psycho,
Wait, and these are like thrillers, right?
thrillers.
Thrillers.
Okay.
So,
Am I first?
Land, you're first
Yeah.
with American Psycho.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't love this movie, so I'm gonna put it at 4.
Okay, 4. Good pick. Jax.
I am gonna put it at. I'm debating between 3 and 4, but I think I'm gonna have to agree and put it at 4.
Jax is at 4 too. Allie.
I would have to say 4 as well. The ending was bad, but I liked most of it.
I've never seen it, so
Yeah, that's crazy. You need to watch that also. When
Yeah.
he's going to town on Homegirl and then he's just staring
And
at
the
himself in the
Squishmallows
mirror and
are
he's
looking at him.
flexing and
It
yeah.
just is like
if
so...
you haven't done that though,
Have you
No,
seen that meme where
never.
the
I haven't.
Squish,
Just so you know, I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Have you not seen that meme where the Squishmallows are looking at him?
That's hilarious.
Shout
Look
out
like
Megan's
I'm a
friend's
bar.
boyfriend.
Cool. So everyone has that at 4. That's a great pick. Next is Jordan Peele's Us.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like Us.
Jax, you're first on this one.
Oh, I'm first on this one.
Amelia.
Ah, this one's tough.
Should put the fart sound right there.
Yeah, this one is tough.
Making my face like this, and it's gonna be a whole TikTok of just me making fart noises.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it at 3.
3. Okay.
I'm gonna put it at 3 only because I think you have some 2 movies that are saved up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, Allie, where are you putting Us?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
For a dance concert one time, I had to wear a red jumpsuit, and everybody told me that I looked like...
Lupita.
Yeah.
Lupita's
Which,
hot.
okay,
so
but
go
not
off,
in that
queen.
movie. In that movie, she's awfully ugly.
No, she's
Not
not.
the entire time. There's certain points when I'm like,
Where I'm
yeah,
Where
like,
she's kind of scary,
whoa.
but
Would
she's
not.
doing her job.
She looks so scary.
She's so
But
cute
like,
though.
also, I also didn't like the end of that movie either.
oh, I love the end of that movie, dude.
The end of that, I thought the end of that movie was
That
really
tracking
good.
shot through the mountains is insane.
You know what? I'm actually gonna change my vote. I'm putting it at 2.
Ooh, Jax goes to 2.
Yeah.
I'm putting it at 5.
Really?
Yeah,
Allie's
it's not my
5.
fave.
Interesting.
I
need to
don't
keep
look
track
like
of how I'm
Lupita.
putting these.
Look, I'm putting it at. I'll go 3, just so we're not the same. I
Okay.
was gonna go 2, but
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Lan is at 3. I like that. Okay. Good picks. Okay, the third one, we have Fresh.
Oh.
Allie, you are up first with Fresh. Sebastian Stan,
Probably
Daisy Edgar Jones.
2.
Ooh.
I also went in watching that movie with like 0 expectations, so I think that's why it's like so good in my brain.
Yeah,
But yeah, 2.
I like it. 2's a great pick. Lan, you love this movie.
I do. I'll go 2 as well. It always is because I don't know what else you're gonna throw at me. 2.
Okay. Jax.
I'm putting Fresh at 3. Fresh probably would have been 2 if I kept Us at 3, but yeah.
okay.
I think those are very even movies.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is great. Next up, Lan, you're first, 7.
Oh,
Oh.
1.
Okay. Lan has that at 1, which means the next one, whatever it is
Look.
his 5th spot.
It's because that movie. It's so good, and
I'm
Brad
nervous.
Pitt's hair looks so sick in that movie.
Brad Pitt's
Put it at
great in that
number 1.
movie, dude.
You asking me one?
Okay. We've got another one.
I
Wait,
know.
are
And
you
now
gonna put prisoners in this list? Because then I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, I don't know what's going to be next.
that's the thing is now I'm sad because I know the next movie's also going to be a banger.
It might be. I don't know, dude. Jax already chose 1. Allie.
Mine has to be 1.
Okay, so
Queen.
1.
That
So,
movie's great.
That movie's brilliant.
So-
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking... Don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah.
That movie is tragic. We just saw that in IMAX.
Oh, beautiful.
I wish I did so badly,
Oh.
but I hadn't seen it before. Watched it with my roommates because we were like, yeah, let's just do some homework. Jackson suggested this movie, whatever. locked, like 5 minutes in, we're locked in. All the laptops are closed. We're like just so into this movie.
You're
It was
locked.
so good.
Beautiful.
Remember how
movie.
those two kids were getting high in the bathroom?
Oh, dude.
Stirring.
Okay,
And
so these two kids who sat behind us in the IMAX theater, they were getting high in the bathroom beforehand. I was taking they were in a stall together, so they were either sucking dick or getting high. And I'm gonna assume they were getting high, and maybe both. I don't know, but so why did they go in the family bathroom? Okay, so no, but it's serious, guys. So they come in, they sit behind us, and they're like giggling at certain things, and I'm starting to trip out. I'm like, I do not want these people to kill me. Right when I go to the bathroom, middle of the movie, okay, I start putting my thing down. They start putting their recliners down, and all I could think is, they know that I know they did drugs. Are they gonna kill me?
they
When I
got
tell
inspo
you,
from the movie, bro.
when I tell you I ran out of that theater, like I want you guys to imagine Seth Orris. I get down the stairs, get over to the side. They're like walking down the stairs slowly. I run and I don't even go to the nearest bathroom. I go to the farthest bathroom away. And I'm not joking. I hide around the corner and I wait for them to walk out just so I can see if they're coming. And yeah, they weren't. And then they just left the theater. So I hope they're doing well today. Okay, so for Jackson Land, this next one will be in their number 5 spot. Allie, this will be in your number 3 spot.
Correct.
Okay,
I'm nervous.
the Batman.
You gotta
Oh!
be kidding me, bro.
Choke, Seth. Choke.
I will not choke.
Choke, please.
I will not choke, but you will be choking on this Batman at number 5, son. And Allie hates that
I
movie, so
hate
the
that
fact that
movie.
hers is 3
The
is
fact that look, she only hates that movie because she's a Rob Pat hater.
No, that movie is bad.
No,
it
it's
is
No, it's not. If
far
I
too
Eileen-
long.
if I had to
Mizbah.
if I had to
Ooh.
switch, I'm putting this in
The
number
full
1,
name?
and then just moving everything down.
Yes.
Does not deserve the full name.
Yeah, you might have to You might have to bleep that out. Some weirdos
I got you.
might. Yeah.
I got you, Queen.
Thanks.
My name is Seth Orris.
Austin is his middle name.
If y'all trying to hang out or whatever.
Slide
Look,
into his
first of all,
DMs.
Do your
if I
identity.
had my AirPods in and wasn't holding this microphone, I would give you a double middle finger for putting that one in there.
I mean, you guys should have known I'd have a banger.
Well,
That movie is brilliant. It doesn't even feel like a Batman movie. It feels like I'm watching like Seven,
Yeah.
pretty much.
No.
And Batman's
No.
the detective.
It's like you're
No.
watching Zodiac,
Yes.
7.
Oh,
You're watching all these movies. It's great.
And Robert Pattinson, look, my 2 favorite actors right now, she really just let go of my hand because she hates him that much.
Crazy.
My 2
You're
favorite
saying
actors right now.
insane things.
I'm not, though. I'm not. You're just blinded by hatred. Robert Pattinson is the second best actor acting right now, and first is Timmy, okay? And the fact that they were both in The King and Robert Pattinson says, big balls, tiny cock. So funny.
I also love that you said that really quiet, like you don't have a microphone that I can turn up, Jax.
Oh, really
What was
funny.
that you said? Oh my gosh. No, I knew that one was going to piss you off. The Batman, great film.
yeah,
Really
I'm
good
doing a
movie.
swap. That's number
Yeah.
1. Everything's just moving down. That's number
Well,
1.
that's too bad because when I make these videos, they will be considered your number 5. You guys hate the Batman. Middle fingers don't affect me like they used to, Jax. Okay. When I was, I'm not going to make
about
that
to
joke.
flip this table over.
Okay. You ever had a, okay, no.
No.
Seth, come on. Calm down.
Wait, can we just explore? I'm really curious to know why My Beautiful Girlfriend hates that movie so much if she's not a Robert Pattinson hater.
I do actually want to know. Can you tell us why you hate the Batman?
Yeah. So basically, when I think of the Batman, it's like the buffness, right? This is only half of the reason I hate the movie so much.
Okay.
Robert Pattinson is the skinniest person I've ever. It's just like that dude is not Batman.
but
I
pause.
could be Batman if
Pause.
Robert Pattinson
Pause.
is Batman.
Pause. He's beating all of them but Ben Affleck in a one-on-one fight.
I
He is
disagree.
killing Christian Bale in a one-on-one fight.
Christian Bale's Batman, and I will argue this till the death. Those movies are beautiful. Nolan's great. Christian Bale did a great job as Bruce Wayne. His Batman is literal cheeks. Literal cheeks.
Who's fighting elbows?
like this, bro? And you trained with the freaking League of Assassins, and that's how they're teaching. Come on now.
Here's what I will say. I do think, yes, I think Christian Bale's the best Bruce Wayne. This is a hot take. I do think Ben Affleck is the best Batman. He was just not given the movies to be able
That's
to
fair.
prove
That's
it.
fair,
I
and
think
that's a good
fair.
argument.
Yeah.
And I will say that training sequence in Batman v Superman
Goes
hard, dude. That guy got ripped, shredded. Legitimately, would let him beat me up.
See what the
No,
bin
but
with
let's
his
let you-
best
Back
friend.
let's let you finish.
Back to her.
Hey, go off,
I-
Queen.
Not to body shame, but he's too skinny. And you know how like gigantic Chris Hemsworth got for Thor: Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
That's the level Robert Pattinson needs to be at for Batman.
Yeah,
I
but
just
he
don't-
was on roids for sure.
Well,
Well, I think,
Raw Pat's not about that life.
Allie, I
Hey.
think, but I don't.
hey,
I'm really
and
interested.
I think I just see Edward. It's like
But
you
you-
can't be Batman.
I don't
But you
at
have
all.
to
It's like you're a
you have
bat
to-
and a vampire. Come on now.
Yeah, yes. Look,
No,
you have to
bad.
be able to disassociate.
Bad. I
This is the one thing
can't.
that
I
will
literally
say,
can't because
the
he's
one
just
thing
Edward.
that you need to do better at in your life is being
Please
able
give
to
me life lessons.
to disassociate an actor from their roles.
I can.
No,
I
yes,
can,
and you need
unless it's Robert Pattinson.
No, see,
he
that
did
doesn't work.
so poorly in the first Twilight. Like his acting, awful. I don't know what note he got.
He
for him
he
to
was
act
doing
that
what he was
way?
supposed
Yeah,
to.
I genuinely think here's because we just recently watched all of those,
Bangers.
and I
Papa
don't
Oris?
think it's so much the fact that he's bad or that Kristen Stewart is a bad actress.
I know,
think
I
that
agree.
The script that they were given was literal cheats.
I think they could have delivered the script better, but I think they got a note that was like, "Hey, be like really weird." Be like really possessive in the creepiest way. And now I can't unsee it.
Allie, I'm going to say something that might come across wrong.
All right.
If you say anything rude about my girlfriend, I might smack you.
Why?
Anyway, go
Hey,
again.
you just said something mean about me just
Yeah,
now.
but in a loving way.
Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
this is
Yeah.
lovingly.
Okay.
Your note of his body, I'm going to have to rename you because what's up with you guys and body shaming men lately? It's
I'm
like,
not body shaming.
let a boy be whatever he wants to be. Also,
I'm just saying.
that's like almost as bad as saying Timmy's fingernails are so awful. That's what makes a movie bad.
I don't think Timmy's fingernails are bad though.
Go off,
She
It doesn't
she
make sense.
she hasn't seen A Complete Unknown yet, but
I
she
haven't.
will love that movie.
I love Bob Dylan, so I
And
think
she
I
just
would
loves
like
art,
movie.
and that movie is art.
Okay, so
But
besides
I
the
just think-
besides the physique and besides you seeing Edward, is that literally the only reason
I
you?
fell asleep during the movie because it was way too long.
Okay, so your review is invalid.
No, it's completely valid. If I fall,
No.
I don't fall asleep during movies.
What
If
time
I
did you see
fall
it at?
asleep,
Babe,
I saw it at like 3 p.m.
That's your problem.
that's the worst time to watch a movie.
Terrible
That's,
time to
yeah,
watch a
that's
movie.
nap time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
guys,
babe,
guys.
Should we just stop? Throw it on right now.
I'm honestly
No.
down. I might make her
No,
watch
I will
that
not
on the.
watch it again.
I might make her watch that on the flight to Miami.
Okay,
No.
but I've got two things.
Yeah.
Crazy
One.
Vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that part in the movie where there's like all the thugs or whatever, and he beats the out
And the
of the
sound
one guy.
editing.
Look, I
What
will
did he
say
say?
this.
I'm vengeance or something like that.
Yeah,
That part, Christian Bale could never.
I agree.
Christian Bale couldn't do that, and he delivered in that scene.
Yeah.
And then also, you need to watch. Have you seen Good Time?
No,
Watch that, and then try and tell me he's not a.
And then watch The Rover.
I think
Well, and then
Robert
even
Pattinson
Mickey
has
17, and be like, he's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
He's not
potential.
great.
I don't want to talk about Mickey 17.
I told her I'd go see it with her and then forgot, and then we went and saw it, and now she's mad at me.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
But I
King.
will go see it with you again.
Well,
I
it's
have
not the same.
It is the same. It's the
It's
same
not.
movie.
We have a podcast.
But
we have
I
to
don't-
run.
I
This is a
don't-
financial endeavor. Okay, we're trying to make sure that one day this house is paid for because of what we're doing here.
Facts, because this mortgage payment is rough.
But
I-
keep going, Queen.
I don't think Robert Pattinson is a bad actor. I think he's been given roles that are not for him. And I think Batman
see-
is one of them.
See,
he is not Batman.
no.
Batman, he is my Batman.
He is Batman.
We just watched Neighbors, and remember when Seth Rogen and Zac Efron are talking? He's like, "Who's your Batman?" And they
Christian
have
Bale.
that whole thing. Mine is Raw Pat now.
It's
Christian Bale's not
look
my
okay.
Batman.
I'll say this. Batman is my favorite superhero in anything, and I loved the Nolan Batman movies till this movie came out, and then it showed me every single flaw of Chris Nolan's Batman. Because don't get me wrong, that's the best version of Bruce Wayne we've ever seen, 100%.
Okay.
That Batman sucks. And if you've read any
I don't know
Batman
about
comics,
sucks, though,
no,
Jax.
Seth.
Sucks is crazy. No.
Him as
Why do you have to
Batman.
tear everything down just
I'm
because
not
you
tearing
like
him
something
down.
else?
I'm not tearing him down. Look, first of all, whoever's idea was, oh, Batman. When has Batman ever talked like that? Never. Okay, trash. The fighting, you can't tell me that he's gonna train with the League of Assassins, the best assassin group and fighters ever, and come out just fighting with his hands on the back of his head. What are we doing, the YMCA, bro? Like,
No wonder Bane broke his back.
that's what I'm saying. And then if you've read any of the
spot on,
comic
dude.
books or
That was
watched
spot on.
any
Do
of
it
the
again.
cartoons,
I was born in the darkness. I was molded by it.
it was pretty good, spot on. If you've watched any of the cartoons or read the comics or even played any of the video games,
Arkham goes hard.
which I've played all of the video games, and outside of the Batman, Rob Pat's Batman, well, the Arkham video game Batman is the best version of Batman in anything that we've ever seen. But Robert Pattinson's Batman is the most similar to that, except for his size. He's not as buff. But
he's also young, though. He's young
yes,
Batman.
it's
early-
year two.
early
It's year
stage
two
Batman.
And this is what I need people to understand: is year two Batman is not the 38-year-old Bruce Wayne that we're used to seeing, who's jacked and has done all of this stuff and has all of the fancy gadgets and has the cool Batmobile and has like. He's barely figuring out how to be Batman, so he's not going to be shredded yet, because why would he be?
But
He doesn't
also-
know what it takes physically to have to do that night in and
Remember when Alfred cooked Bruce and said, well, all these push-ups and you can't even lift this beam off of you? He's not jacked either. He's tiny.
facts.
Here's what I will say. Because, Allie, I do want you to finish your thoughts, and we are not going to talk for the entire duration of the remainder of your thoughts. But my favorite thing about the Batman, I will say, is the detective work. And also, when it comes to filmmaking, that car chase
Oh.
legitimately would make a monk cream his pants, dude. It is insane how good that car chase is.
Well, and also that
I'd like to apologize for that.
movie gave us Penguin.
Penguin.
Which is
One of the best TV shows in
Banger
the lot.
series,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, beautiful.
Okay, Allie, do your thing. Do your thing.
I have two more thoughts about this. One, I will say that one scene when they're in the place, I don't even know where they are, and it's like flooded.
Gotham Center or Gotham Square.
Oh yeah, you know
arena.
it's the arena.
That was my favorite scene. I
That
I
scene's
enjoyed
amazing.
that whole thing. I was like, oh, this is good.
Homie took a shotgun right to the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Dude.
pretty sick.
And then did he inject himself with the Bane serum, or did he just inject himself
I've taken
with
a couple things to the
adrenaline?
chest. I'm so sorry.
Who's?
Couple of stray rounds.
No, what?
Don't know the name, but know the license
Oh,
plate.
Wait, but was it
No, the
adrenaline or
license
was it the
plate.
Bane serum
What?
that he injects himself with?
Oh, I don't know. TRT.
Probably.
Does that work that fast?
Okay, last thought.
And my last thought was I love Jared Leto, and I was really excited for Morbius, and that they came out like close to the same time. I watched them close to the same time. Pumped for Morbius. Watched Morbius, and I was like, oh my gosh, the Batman is so much better. What am I watching right now? Morbius was a terrible movie. Just awful. Anyway,
So what you're saying is the Batman is great.
it is better than Morbius. I
Well,
think
that's
anything's
not
about
that, that's
better
not
than
that hard.
Morbius.
Also, the fact that you
Yeah.
love Jared Leto is
I love
just
Jared Leto.
No, Jared Leto's great, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen Blade Runner 2049?
yes.
That's his best. That's his best
Dude.
role, though.
Happy birthday. And then he just cuts that hoe.
Blade
She's a great
Runner
lady.
2049 is a great movie.
He's also really good in Requiem. He's a great actor.
He's just a weirdo.
He's
outside
just,
of
he's just a
acting.
cultist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He freaks me out.
Okay. I just want to go through this and then we're going to end with a little bit of what we're going to be seeing. Overall, great list. And for sake of time, we're going to go through this. So Black Bag is what me and Landon are going to be seeing this week. It's the new Steven Soderbergh thriller with Michael Fassbender, Kate Blanchett, among many other great actors. It's got great reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's sitting at about 96 right now. It is a tight hour and 31-minute thriller, which is
It's gonna
like
go hard. It's gonna get into
Exactly.
the beef real quick.
exactly. And hopefully you guys will, if you guys can go see it in Miami somehow, you guys can send us a video. But we're gonna put the reviews right here.
Black Bag, we saw Black Bag tonight. I need your first, give me your rating out of 5 and then explain a little bit.
I did 4.5 out of 5. I just loved how it just gets right into it. It's just like action packed. It's not really action packed in that sense, but it just hooks you immediately. Everyone in it is great. I don't know. It was just a lot of fun, a lot of twists and turns. It's great.
Black Bag, I really, really liked Black Bag. I gave it 5 out of 5. Landon, did you say that you gave it 4.5?
I think, yeah, 4.5.
Landon gave it 4.5. I gave it 5 out of 5. Honestly, one of the most well put together hour 30-minute movies I've ever seen. I think sometimes people think these great, like awesome stories have to be long runtime. This one didn't. It was really compact, really good. Kate Blanchett is amazing, but Michael Fassbender is good as always.
Okay, so those were our reviews. And with that, this was episode 6. Allie, thank you so much for being our guest.
Of course.
And
My
I am
queen.
very apologetic about myself. Let's just say I don't turn it off for anybody. I am who I am through and through, for better or for worse. To end, I am Saurus19 on Letterboxd.
I'm Lando Pete.
I'm Jax Pete.
I'm Allie Miss.
Go off, Queen. You ain't wrong. Now,
She never is. Just ask her.
gang shit, no lame shit.
You're
What you
so
know about
rude.
it. Okay. Peace, guys. See you next week.